Me and Linky Luminary have covered nearly every iconic part of the Halo series in our channel so far. Halo Combat Evolved, Halo 2, Halo 3, and ODST. But there's still one massive entry we never looked at that we're both going to talk about today. It released in the summer of 2010, and in a certain way, you could call it the first Halo game. It would be a reach to say this isn't a cool game. That is, of course, Halo 2600. At least I think it's the first game. I don't know, it looks old, so it's probably the first one, right? Also, it was kind of weird that the first Halo game was for Atari 2600. You'd think Bungie would make at least one more Halo game in the era between the 70s and 2001. By the way, I haven't looked up anything about this game. Bungie existed in the 70s, right? Why was Halo 2 called Halo 2 when it's Halo 3? You know, this is a confusing series sometimes. This game's opening is the coolest thing ever. Remember that sense of dread Halo Combat Evolved instilled with its opening? Remember the contrast of Halo 2's? Remember the sheer excitement of Halo 3? Well, screw all that. They managed to make the best Xbox exclusive ever right now. It's better than Blinks, it's better than every other Halo game, and, I don't know, Pal World? That's an Xbox exclusive. Better than them combined, and it was for the Xbox 2600. Because they made a big, cool space Halo on Atari graphics, and I love it a lot. So, you play as Master Chief, and are plopped onto what I'm assuming is some kind of lost Halo planet, and move around shooting all sorts of Covenant aliens. Even though it's a homebrew game, it's probably one of the better Atari 2600 games, and I say this as someone who actually has a lot of respect for that era in gaming. The areas you move through are a linear maze, not unlike Adventure, where you can branch off and find stuff like keys to move forward or shields to help you. What's the lore reason for these keys being part of the Halo universe that just randomly unlock walls? I'm sure someone could tell me. It's definitely a solid gameplay loop that keeps you engaged for a good, solid 10 minutes. The game does try to give plenty of variety, though, with areas that change color, or trees and bases to set a scene, and different types of enemies as well. The enemies don't really have much of a gameplay difference between them, but it is cool how you can tell the difference between, say, a grunt, an elite, and a brute. Believe it or not, Atari 2600 development is very hard, and so a game of this quality is very impressive. Just the fact that there are multiple guns to use and multiple difficulty levels is actually really cool and impressive for the technology when you think about it.
Hello, it's me Linky Luminary and this is my part of the video. Dragon Quest and Halo. The Atari is a video game console made by Xbox. The Xbox and Master Chef were made by Bill Gates. Halo 2600 for the Nintendo Xbox is a good game and if you play them you might perchance have fun. I did. There's just one question. Where's the Wii version? Ha 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 ha. That was a joke for you. This is the end of my video. Go play Rain World.
Halo 2600 is a small project that's not necessarily meant to be anything more than just a novelty, but it's still even more enjoyable than expected just from that perspective. At least, that's what I would say if it weren't for the ending. You see, if you beat this game, you will then unlock Legendary Mode. If you then beat Legendary Mode 50 times over, you can unlock a gun the next time you play. This is the coolest shit ever. They should really put this in more Halo games. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and a reminder that content like this couldn't exist if it weren't for myself, Linky Luminary, Bill Gates, Ed Fries, Jason Jones, Christopher Barrett, Alex Seropian, Martin O'Donnell, Michael Salvatore, Nolan Bushnell, God, Adam, Eve, the parents, grandparents, and ancestors of myself and Linky Luminary, Jawed Kareem, Chad Hurley, Steve Chen, Bob Kahn, Vince Cerf, John Romero, Gabe Newell, Steve Jobs, Norio Oga, George Lucas, Charles Babbage, Ada Lovelace, Shigeru Miyamoto, Satoru Iwata, Masahiro Sakurai, Gunpei Yokoi, Fusajiro Yamauchi, George Washington, Benjamin Franklin, Thomas Jefferson, Alexander Hamilton, Abraham Lincoln, Franklin D. Roosevelt, Harry S. Truman, John F. Kennedy, Grug the Caveman, the official first Homo sapiens, Albert Einstein, Robert Oppenheimer, John A. MacDonald, Winston Churchill, Queen Victoria, Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, Christopher Columbus, King Ferdinand II, Queen Isabella I, Julius Caesar, King George III, Napoleon Bonaparte, Louis XVI, Marie Antoinette, Otto von Bismarck, Adolf Hitler, Constantine the Great, Genghis Khan, Qin Shi Huang, Archduke Franz Ferdinand, Gavrilo Princip, Vladimir Lenin, Leon Trotsky, Joseph Stalin, Siddhartha Gautama, Matthew Perry, Tokugawa Ieyasu, Oda Nobunaga, Emperor Meiji, and viewers like you. So shout out to everyone who made this content possible. Except for the racist ones. You know who you are. You can forget about them. So again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later.